Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I wanted this time, well, my looks like a pretty doomy title, doesn't it? After death will we be remembered? But we're all thinking about that to some degree at some point in our lives. And this has been brought up because we made actually what was a black comedy, yes, but it was a fun video that we made talking about something that perhaps people get too serious about, and that was Till Death Do Us Part. And we did that video, which actually has been viewed how many times, Beth?
It's 36 now.
It's been viewed 36,000 times, which is very funny, because some people said this is not that.
And even Nanay from the very beginning was mad on it.
I'm sorry?
Nanay.
Yeah, Nanay was one of the biggest critics. This is not something that should be discussed. I don't like this. Take
yeah,
this
because
down.
we did that video late afternoon, and then I uploaded that in the night. And Jessica watched it in the early morning, and she told that to Nanay. And then Nanay was very mad. Nanay said, "You're crazy. Why are you doing that?" And I said, "Nanay." Then she didn't like it, you know.
Yeah, so she was one, but she wasn't the only one, and yeah. Quite a few said, "This is not the way that you should be going. You know, you shouldn't be talking about this." Well, a lot of people. I understand that in America they don't talk about death lightly, but as far as I'm concerned, and I may be closer to it than anybody else, okay, I don't know. There's nothing for me to fear. The only fear that I would have would be that I just don't get everything done. But one of the very touching things that I've seen in messages as a result of that, I'm going to tell you. I'll change the name so that the person is not revealed. But he said, "My girlfriend and her family, after I am gone, will always be taken good care of. It's a promise that I made that I will keep." Now, I have to tell you that this is a man that we've met. I'll give you the only clue is that he is Australian, and says, I have no fear of death. Dying alone is what I fear most. My girlfriend and family I support, so hope is all good. Alone is my fear, not to be remembered as a good person. Which just shows that most of our fears are so completely irrational. This is a man that is the most selfless of men that I've ever met, the most generous of men, the most humble of men. He says, I feel this in Terence and Beth. You have both opened my eyes. Thank you. And Beth has actually said in this one, my friend, you will not be alone, and you will always be remembered. It's a difficult thing to talk about, only because we don't know, or some of us feel that we don't know what's on the other side. I always think that someone, and I hope that I don't offend people, but I always feel that people who think that that's the end, that there's nothing on the other side of that veil that we pass through when we die, I always feel that they are spiritually bankrupt. That how can they not know that there is a greater plan, that there is a creator of some kind, be it a force. I'm trying to accommodate everybody's possible beliefs here, so that So don't take anything that I say as being specifically my belief any more than being Catholic or being Protestant or being Buddhist. A Buddhist made a comment when I had mentioned on one of my other videos. He said, thanks for mentioning karma. I'm a Buddhist. It's one of those things, isn't it, that the way that we judge how our life and death is happening and will happen is something that is totally personal. You know, there are so many ways to interpret what is happening around us, and we need to really be paying attention. This is my feeling. You have to be paying attention. Now, will we all be remembered? Well, I don't know. Will we? It's just not something that we're able. I know that, you know, for the most part, the people that I left behind in the UK don't remember me. I was a musician for too many years, and one of the standing jokes, we always have these standing jokes, don't we? One of the standing jokes was about the oh yes, that singer, yes, he was very good. He was the one about who Frank Sinatra once said, who? It's one of those things that we'll never know whether we will be remembered, and if we focus too much on that, we will never be remembered. What we need to be doing, I think, again, just my opinion, we need to be being useful. I think that a great person that I follow personally is Christ. I believe that many of his teachings have been suppressed because they don't quite fall into the way that the various churches would like them to fall, unbelievably. But I think that is true. He said many more true things than we will possibly ever know. Someone said to me, you know, in support of the argument about the Bible being the holy book, that there are other books that were written along with this, and it's a staggering number, up in the 30 or 40 books that were written by all of these various prophets. The Bible was channeled several hundred years after the death of Christ, and those who believe in the Bible verbatim believe that God the Father channeled the Bible to his followers, the apostles, actually, wasn't it? They're the main ones. So without getting into a big argument on that, and here's a rule of thumb: if you're going to comment, if it goes into more than about 12 inches, your comment is too long, okay? So try to keep it so that I can actually read it, and I will. And if it's something that really deserves or needs, not deserves, because we all have our differences of opinion about what is deserved and what isn't. But I will try to comment on some of the other things. Some of the comments that I've sent back on the religious content of some of the videos that we've done have been so incredibly detailed that they are courses in theology in themselves. I do thank you for those, but once it starts getting really long, then I'm thinking that probably you're wasting your time putting it into a small comment such as we have on our videos. You should probably be working on your own channel where there are plenty of people who would be interested in having these kind of discussions. Well, I hope that we will all be remembered, and we'll see, won't we? Once again, I'm reminded of that song, that popular song. I think it was a country and western song. or country song, said everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to go right now. And yeah, to the person who sent me a very involved or detailed way of how I should approach death and being cremated, or this or that or the other, we're not really focusing much on it at the moment, okay? Not in any hurry. I'm not ready to go right now. So let me tarry a while, okay? So this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Thanks for looking in. Keep a sense of humor about these things, because I think that being able to smile about things is probably the greatest asset that all Filipinos have, as we've said on many occasions. Thank you for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully share, because evidently one of the reasons that we've been having so many new subscriptions just lately, subscribers, is because a lot of people have been sharing the posts. Mind you, we've been having some pretty heart-wrenching posts lately, and one is Baby Faith, and we're hoping that Baby Faith will soon be helped. Thanks for looking in again. Bye for now.